Did.
We should look inside. Use the X-ray mode.
There we go. That's what I wanted to do.
It says
It's so sensitive. X-ray. It's a head? Oh no, it's a model.
Now, what is this?
A solid PVC model of a person, known as a figure.
God, my arm.
Something's written on the base.
The letters appear to be some kind of metal. The permeability of X-ray vision should make them legible.
Oh look, I'm moving the whole thing.
A set.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
A moment, please. What? What the heck? Maybe back here? X-ray? All right, closer.
She's cute.
You have zero standards, Kaname Date.
What the hell?
Are you unfamiliar with the superstition? Imitating a cat's meow to a lucky cat statue grants that person happiness and luck.
Is that right?
Can I go? What do I get the box? We gotta look again? It doesn't want. If I click anywhere on it. All right, well, we're good here. We can't, yeah. Something's carved on the handle. Zoom.
A kitchen knife with a floral pattern.
And there's something written on the handle.
Mom, I love you always.
Oh, a kid gave it to her.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school. He knows how much I love flowery designs. I've used it every single day since he gave it to me. Oh, it's more than just a kitchen knife. It means the world to me.
That A set is the name of a popular female musician.
Yeah.
That sounds like our witch. Is A set a group name?
No, it is a single artist.
That's a
An
weird.
A set figure,
Really?
huh?
Okay.
Correct.
What's the name of her talent agency?
Lemniscate.
Lemniscate. Like lemnis bread.
Sorry, what?
I repeat, Lemniscate.
Renju owns that company.
Correct.
Excuse me. Does the name Lemniscate ring a bell?
Oh, yes! That's where Ota goes.
There we go.
Bring the car around.
At once.
All right, let's hit it. I like how I don't have to do anything. This is like my kind of game, man. The puzzles are easy. I'm into it. Plenty of really good writing. I mean, this is what I consider good writing, when it's interesting. Yeah, I'm very interested. I'm invested. I'm having fun. Saturday at 11:45.
That's it?
Yeah.
Correct.
Are you Ota Matsushita?
Who are you?
This guy looks like a dork. I showed him my
I'm from
badge.
the MPD.
The police? How did you know that?
Because
I know-
I'm psychic.
I know everything.
Excuse me?
Tell me about last night.
Last night?
Don't play dumb, kid.
Yes.
Yesterday, 9 p.m., you called the police from a payphone. You told them about screaming you heard coming from Bloom Park.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How would he? Oh, he's just.
All right, Ota,
He's leading him.
We either do this here, or I take you down to the station.
Do you have a warrant? Article 2.3 of the Execution of Law Enforcement Code. Unless initiated by legal process, no person shall be detained or obligated to answer any questions without explicit consent.
This is the type of kid I hate most. He's educated.
Nothing. Could you stop bothering me, please? No, I'm kinda busy right now.
Punch him.
Date, wait. Causing a disturbance in public will result in disciplinary action.
Then what should I do?
I have an idea. Give me a moment.
Don't punch him.
I told you to wait.
Waiting's just pissing me off more.
Perhaps your dosage needs to be increased.
What?
Listen to me, Date.
What?
Ota's PC is connected to the internet via Wi-Fi.
She's drugging me? My AI eyeball is drugging me?
And?
I was curious, so I hacked into it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not
Does
reading.
Tessa refer to ASET?
Dude, how much social... Dude, Twitter? How many Twitter feeds do you need open?
That is a popular fan nickname for her.
Oh my god, I can smell your virginity from here, dude. Why do you like her so much? She's cute, nice, oh
That
god.
means motto has to be Ota.
Correct. However, it appears that Ota is the one operating the other 3 accounts as well.
What?
Optical Protein Fiber, Pongo Ponko, and KG are all Ota's sub-accounts. Ota is insulting ASET and defending her all by himself.
Oh, nice.
This is what's known as a straw man sock puppet or false flagging.
Straw man? I would just call it a sock puppet. Straw man? Straw man argument is when you come up with an easy or defeatable point, or just say like just something off subject to. It's like getting like if you're about to lose an argument, you just come up with a new argument that you can win, and try and steer the conversation that direction.
This kid is pathetic. Hey, kid.
What do you want?
I'm gonna tell ASET
Tell her what?
that you're sock puppeting for her on Twitter.
What are you talking about?
You should drop the attitude.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't make those kinds of accusations.
This is like
Do you want to get
stalker.
sued for defamation?
No, because you're becoming a stalker, a weirdo. You know.
Optical Protein Fiber, Pongo Ponko, and KG are all your sub-accounts.
What? How do you know that?
Have you seen my
I
eye?
told you, kid. I'm psychic. Now, I have some questions for you.
Fine.
1 sec. And I'm back. Had to blow my nose. Blow my nose. When did you start these fake accounts, you
Not
little
only were you
nerd?
faking the whole thing, you made sure to add her so she'd see it.
But if she doesn't see it, she won't know that I'm protecting her.
Don't you think all those comments hurt her feelings, even if you defend her?
But in the end, I made it so everyone became her fans and got along and...
That's not the point.
I'm sorry.
Just don't do it again, okay?
Why are you here?
I'm waiting for Tessa to come out.
This is an office building, not a concert hall.
This is the main facility of Lemniscate Entertainment's production branch. There
Ah,
are multiple studios for recording and broadcasting in this building. Tessa is recording a podcast today.
what about last night?
I'm gonna ask you again. Were you the one who reported the screaming at Bloom Park around 9?
Yes,
Why were
Yeah.
you in the area?
I...
You better tell me, or I'll tell everyone about your little imaginary enemies.
Yeah, coward.
Hey everyone, this guy...
Okay, I'll talk.
The
just-
expression.
Shh.
Weird square mouth.
I went to Bloom Park because I was supposed to meet someone.
Did you enter the park?
Yes,
So who were you meeting?
a girl named Mizuki Okiura.
What did you say?
Mizuki Okiura? She's the daughter of the president of Lemniscate. Do you know her?
Yeah, I know her.
Hmm. How do you know her? Is the real question.
She's just a friend.
Yes, she better be.
What?
Ooh.
Why do you care?
Where and how did you two meet?
Here, the Lemniscate lobby. Mizuki is friends with Tessa. I was talking to Tessa one day and she just comes up like, hey.
When was this?
Is it just cool to be obsessed with like pop stars in Japan?
Last September. So, I guess the relationship has lasted over a year now.
Don't call it a relationship.
Yeah, I like this guy's voice.
Well, what am I supposed to call it?
Oh, God.
Anyway, I have her look over my work sometimes.
Why do they do that? Like, there's only one option. Shouldn't it just
Work?
keep going?
I write light novels.
Oh, of course you do.
Really? What's your pen
Of
name?
course, name. You do.
Odo in Kyoma.
That is a lie.
What? Odia and Kuma? A little close to how in Kuma, right?
Database searches reveal no professional authors have ever submitted work under that name.
Hey, Ota, how about you stop lying to me? My third eye can see through your bullshit.
Nice.
Well, I'm not a published author. I'm an aspiring author, to be exact. So, anyway, Mizuki reads my novels. I get notes and advice from her.
From a 6th grader?
She's surprisingly insightful. She has the talent to be an editor for sure.
Can you provide a detailed account of last night?
Around 8:10 last night,
That's pretty
I got a
detailed.
call from Mizuki saying she wanted to meet me at Bloom Park. She sounded scared. You know how that area is run down and abandoned? I think she wanted me to go with her as protection.
Oh yeah, tough guy.
But why Bloom Park?
Someone messaged her on Nile.
Nile is a popular messaging application for smartphones and PCs.
What did they say?
She didn't tell me exactly, but it said to come to the merry-go-round at Bloom Park tonight.
Who sent it?
I don't know. But Mizuki was determined to go.
Hmm.
What happened next?
I met up with Mizuki and we went into the park.
Ooh, cutscene. Dude, she's badass. She's walking ahead of him, no umbrella. That's... He runs away. Now, there's your protection, Mizuki.
Did you leave her there? You left a 12-year-old girl by herself?
I didn't mean to. I was panicking. People do stupid things when they're in fight or flight mode. Like when people grab their pillow and run out of their house in a fire.
Jeez, You're a real hero,
I don't
kid.
think I'd ever do that unless I was naked and I needed my pillow to guard my delicious junk.
See, I knew you would make fun of me. This is why I didn't want to tell you.
Is that why you didn't identify yourself on the phone? You seriously didn't think we'd find you? Mizuki would have told us everything.
I didn't think she would.
Why wouldn't she?
She said that if she ever got caught going out at night with someone like me, her roommate would kill her.
Good girl.
All right. What about the old
I tried using my
payphone?
cell phone at first, but my heart was pounding and I was scared and my hand was shaking. And with the rain last night, it kind of slipped out of my hand.
You dropped it?
Yeah, right into a puddle.
Iba, can you trace the last signal that Ota's phone sent out?
Near Bloom Park, just past 9 p.m. The phone has not been turned on since.
I guess he's telling the truth.
I guess. Moving forward.
Hey, Ota, what are you doing?
Tessa!
Uh-oh. Yep. It's always the pink-haired ones that are the pop idols. She looks funny to me. Blue socks and pink.
You are?
Mr. Date from the MPD. He came here to ask me about what happened last night.
You mean a detective? Wow! I've never met a real detective before.
What? That's a weird shot.
Date, your adrenaline level is rising.
Well, no, it's not. It's
Is
fine.
something the matter?
I would not. This would not happen.
No, nothing.
Mizuki Okiura? Yeah, I am. Mr. Okiura runs the agency, and Mizuki is his daughter. So, we hang out sometimes.
Is that how you became friends?
There's more to it than that, but basically,
Mizuki and I live under the same roof, but she doesn't tell me about her personal life. She doesn't tell me much of anything, come to think of it. I'm totally in the dark. Yeah, good job,
So,
detective.
Mizuki must come here to hang out sometimes.
You don't know. She lives with you. You have no idea about her. Okay.
Let me confirm something. You're A-set, right?
let's play a game. Shadows!
Thread? Silhouette? A-set.
Fears!
Upset? Regret? A-set.
Water!
Wet? Sweat? A-set.
What the heck?
Yay! A-set, you bet!
All right, I hate both of you guys.
The magnetic currents in the atmosphere are clearly causing aberrant behavior. We should leave. At once.
Relationship?
Like a goddess and a summoned thrall.
Her thrall?
If Tessa ever gets in trouble, I swoop in and
yeah,
protect
like you
her.
did. Yeah, right.
You sound more like a superhero than a thrall. Ota always defends me when I'm getting bashed online.
Stop.
Kill him.
You're making me blush.
Tell her. No, this is bullshit. This little nerd.
This guy.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something. It's about those posts on Twitter.
Wait!
Looks like you're my thrall now. Isn't that right, Ota?
What? No. No.
Yeah, just be cool.
How old are you?
I turned 18 this year.
A senior in high school?
Yep.
Date, I recommend you keep your hands to yourself.
What? I'm not. No. Come on.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna make a move.
Yeah, Jesus.
What?
Oh, I meant Ota.
Wait, you were gonna make a move on me?
Nope. I took Shoko's photo from my pocket and showed it to Ota.
You know who this is, right?
Yeah, it's the woman I saw at Bloom Park. Her name is Shoko Nadami. I saw it on the news.
Wait, do you not know who her daughter is?
She has a daughter?
I didn't know that either.
They must be unaware that Shoko is Mizuki's mother.
Maybe because her last name is different. Nadami and Okiura.
It has also not yet been reported that Shoko is Renju's ex-wife.
I'm glad we clarified that. All right, about Aset.
Gee, Tessa, you always look so cute. So cute. So cute that I can't take it. Don't you think so too, Date?
You're awfully familiar with her.
I can't help it. Her loving aura is in the air. When I'm with her, my head gets all light, and I just relax and don't sweat the small stuff, you know? Oh,
Yeah.
I heard about it. About Ota seeing that corpse at Bloom Park.
Tessa?
Why didn't you come to the police?
Such a shocking story would certainly pique the young woman's interest. It is possible Ota wanted her attention.
He told her about a dead body he found for attention?
Actually, I already knew about it before Ota told me.
What?
How?
Oh, oh.
It's all over the internet. When I saw Ota this morning, I asked him about it. He told me he saw the body.
All right, we're leaving.
Date, I have determined that these two have no further information for us. Our goal is to find the murderer of Shoko Nadami. Let us continue.
Right. Let's head back to the crime scene.
Yeah.
See you kids later.
Where are you going?
Back to where the corpse was found.
In that case, I'll go with you.
Nope.
You'll what?
Please take me with you.
Why?
Because I want to know more about what happened. Do you have any suspects?
This is not how
Probably
it works.
some crazy murderer,
What?
right? That's
What?
what Ota was telling me. The corpse was strung up on that merry-go-round. It must have been some kind of twisted message.
So now what we got? All right, this is my detective skills. All right, so the little girl.
Ota, take a video.
Oh,
Just
wait
do
till
it.
this.
Mr. Date!
Oh, of course. Every anime. His
Please,
heart.
Mr. Date! You can't leave me!
What?
I can't imagine life without you!
What are you doing?
Ota, did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I have an AI in my eye. She can just wipe that out. Oh, a little conniving. That's some bullshit. That doesn't work in real life. What are you doing?
Mr. Date, you are a member of the MPD, aren't you? A public servant? I wonder, what would happen if this little video happened to go viral?
You wouldn't.
Oh, and just
Goddamn
so you know, taking my phone away
influences.
won't help. It's already in the cloud.
No! Not the cloud!
You little...
That's where lightning comes from, and thunder, and rain, and snow. Why are you doing this?
I told you. I want you to take me to the scene of the crime. If you do, I promise I'll delete the video.
I have an AI. I have the most advanced technology living in my
A
brain.
thought has occurred to me. She really is quite the seductress.
What? You are the worst AI. What about this nerd? Hold up, something wrong?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I got further within the first like 20 minutes of meeting the love of your life. I got further with her than you ever will, buddy. Sorry. That's just how I roll.
I'm just imagining your body sinking into Tokyo Bay.
I'm used to sinking. Part of the job.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Huh?
It's like sigh. I get it. What about you? All right. Well, they want us to go. We're gonna go Bloom Park. Dude, that is a sweet ride. Oh, what? I'm driving. Look at me drive. What? Okay. What do I do? Wait, that's not what I was doing. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Wheel. This car isn't domestic. It's made in Australia, so the steering wheel is on the right side. Isn't that every... Okay. Because they also drive on the left side of the road. Yeah, well, whatever. We can't really... I can look at my driving wheel. Oh, the glove box. The glove
Hey,
box.
you got any guns in here? I bet you do.
No, not in there.
So you do have a gun.
Got a center console. It's got AC and radio controls in it. It's your run-of-the-mill center console dashboard. The dashboard. Dash has a ton of stuff built in. It has a speedometer, tachometer, and other meters and gauges. Heaters, gauge, antifreeze, octagon, oxygen, aluminum intoxicants. All right, I'm not trying to like. Oh yeah, there we go. The passenger seat. Oh, I see. I gotta do this. Sorry, I was confused.
Questions.
Yeah, she's not the brightest light bulb in the old, storage bin. So, really?
What's it like being a detective?
Wouldn't know much about that. I'm not a detective.
But you are a cop, right?
Right?
Yeah, but what do you mean I'm not a detective? Because if I'm like training to be a detective, I gotta have a supervisor with me, and if I'm not a detective, I'm not supposed to be going to pick you up. And all
But
right.
I'm not on the crimes unit.
Then what unit are you in?
What indeed?
You aren't gonna tell me? Please?
What are you
Okay.
doing?
Just thinking about posting that video.
Whoa, hold up now.
Well then tell me!
About Oda. This is funny.
Why do you ask?
You two are very close for an idol and a fan.
Ota is special. He really is like a hero to me.
Hero, huh?
Just tell her. The guy's a twerp and he's a future
You know-
stalker.
Now that I think about it, wouldn't you get in trouble for that video too?
What?
The video.
Nah, no such thing as bad blah 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 blah. Blah. No such thing as bad publicity.
You're an idol, right? You have a status to maintain. If that video went viral, I think you'd be in trouble too.
It's okay.
It is?
Because sometime real soon, I'm going to die.
What?
What?
I can see into the future. I know when I'm going to die.
What are you talking about?
Just kidding!
What in the hell is going on? And by the way, how long is this bridge?
I hope so.
Anyway, I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah. What?
So I will release that video if you don't cooperate.
Dude, that electric piano is just getting to me.
Mr. Date, shouldn't you keep your eyes on the road?
Don't worry about it. I'm a professional.
Professional what? Pervert?
I'm part of a special investigation unit known as Abyss.
Date,
I don't have a choice.
What's Abyss?
It's a
Advanced
basement.
Brain Investigation Squad.
Also a basement that's 6 floors below the police station.
Public doesn't know about it.
Wow, cool!
Oh my god, you were the worst member of your whatever the heck they did, you know, squad.
Don't tell anyone.
I promise I won't.
Oh yeah, she
I
won't.
swear to the Egyptian goddess Isis.
See, like I said, phrasing. Devs.
Well, I guess it was because I've always wanted to be famous, you know? I want to be famous. Get on TV. Be a household name.
But you're not there yet.
It's alright. Internet stars do better if they don't sell out.
Internet star?
I think the opposite is true. If you don't sell out and follow every trend, you just get left in the dust.
Ota didn't tell you? I'm most famous on the internet. I do songs and dances and play video games and stuff on stream.
I mean, you can tell about how famous I am. I refuse to sell out playing these anime games. In a way, it was selling out for myself, but in another way, it's like ensuring I will never have people watch me.
Have you heard of Shovel Forge?
Wait. Shovel Forge. What could it mean? It's always like a play on words. I don't know the game. Shovel Forge. Shovelware? No, I can't think of it. It's a pun, right? It'd be like, I was gonna say Fortnite, but then I was gonna Shadow Legend? No.
Shovel Forge is a game in which you manipulate cubes on the terrain to build
Oh.
structures.
Minecraft. Shovel Forge. I'm a moron.
I've been focusing a lot on that game lately.
What about being on TV?
Should have been Pick Forge, or I don't know.
I'm not very popular yet. I can only get on TV as a background singer or something. I don't get many gigs either.
It's probably because you dress like a weirdo.
Well, at first all I did was stream from home. And then, not to sound cocky, but I started getting pretty big. I started getting offers from agencies.
And one of them was Lemniscate?
Well, not exactly.
Huh?
My mom's actually an old friend of the president of the agency.
A friend of Renju's?
Yeah. So I asked him for advice one day. You know, you have to be careful. Even a place that looks legitimate with an office and everything can be sketchy. And my mom and I didn't know anything about the industry at all. Anyway, one day Mr. Okiura said to come see him at his office, and he hooked me up.
Alright.
We're good friends. We go to movies and karaoke and go shopping together. She's really good at listening to me bitch and moan about my problems. I'm so much older than her, but it really doesn't even feel like it.
What's your real
By the way,
name?
I didn't catch your name.
You really want to know?
It's okay if you don't want to tell me.
Mildred. Be Mildred.
Iris.
Oh,
Iris
Iris.
Sagan. I know, weird, right?
Okay. Where's my heart?
Rowdy cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it, poke it, fill
That's
it
not how
with
you
food.
play patty cake. It doesn't even make sense.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing.
Hey, I did that button press perfect. Like he cut her off. It was purposeful. It was purposeful. It was deliberate. It was deliberate. Dude, if the body's still there, I'm gonna be very
Excuse
upset.
me. Yukaname Date.
That's right.
And the girl?
She's an important witness for this case.
Yep, yep.
No, Jar Jar Binks. Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. Sorry, I wasn't done being muted there. Here we go. Here we go.
We've got business here.
We get, dude, I like this dude's voice a lot.
Oh, okay.
What is she doing? Iris couldn't hold back her excitement and rushed onto the scene. Wait, she just rushed a policeman. A local cop. Iris! What are you doing?
I was trying to find some clues.
She's a natural detective, huh?
Mr. Date, was the body on top of this horse here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Seems like some kind of ritual murder to me. Maybe a religious cult sacrificing her to the devil or something.
What the heck? Oops, sorry.
They like shadowy, hooded figures going
Ring
around
rates?
and around.
I skipped something I shouldn't. Left button, vlog. What'd she say? Mr. Date, yes, she's, maybe a religious cult, they conducted it here. Not that big of a deal.
Stabbing her one by one.
That's quite an imagination. But, do you have any proof?
I do.
Well, let's hear it.
Dude, we're gonna go.
Horse? Sounds kind of like Horus, right?
That's not a way to.
What are you talking about?
You don't know Horus? Horus is the Egyptian god of the sky and sun.
Yes, everybody knows who Horus
The
is.
right eye is the eye of Ra, and that's the sun. The left eye is the eye of Wajet, and that one is the moon. It's the same idea behind the Eye of Providence.
The Eye of Providence?
The all-seeing eye.
Yeah, what is it called? The I was gonna say Trinidad, not Trinidad. All right, yeah, Illuminati. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, I see.
Nothing to do with the T word.
Just like what's on the back of a $1 bill.
Yeah, exactly. The Eye of Providence is supposed to be the symbol of Freemasonry and the Illuminati. Starting to see the picture?
Not really.
That is like a reach. Horse sounds like Horus, Egyptian god, the Illuminati. All right.
I remember Ota describing the scene. He said there was an ice pick stabbed into the corpse's left eye socket.
No.
Horus? Providence? Left eye? There has to be some kind of meaning to this.
Wait, what did you just say?
What?
Wait, the left eye was. What did she say? It's the moon.
The ice pick was inside the victim's left eye socket?
Yeah?
Ota
She
told you
pulled it-
that?
He pulled
He
it
shook-
out.
Yeah. Why?
When we arrived at the scene, the ice pick was not in the
Ah.
victim's eye socket.
Well, because she pulled it out, obviously. Dude, this headset I have, because my other one broke, the newer version of it, but man, it's like always in between the side to hang over my ears.
Ota's
Right?
telling the truth.
He would have no reason to lie about such a detail.
Yep.
Mizuki?
She pulled it out. She didn't kill her mom.
When I was younger, but not since it closed. Kawasaki is restricted, right? No one's supposed to be here.
This amusement park, Bloom Park, is located at the heart of the Kawasaki district. It was closed 8 years ago. The closure was due to an accident at a nearby chemical plant. An explosion caused massive amounts of chemical pollutants to contaminate the area. The government quickly issued evacuation orders. Eventually, the entire district was deemed unsafe for habitation and restricted. Therefore, Bloom Park was permanently closed.
But a restricted area doesn't mean much if there aren't enough officers to patrol it. There's still plenty of ways in. You can even get in by boat. Hell, some people ignore the evac order and are still living here.
Are they okay?
I don't know.
Yeah, I like the empathy.
But
I
if
like a
anything
little bit of
happens to them,
empathy.
it'd be their own fault.
Are we safe?
I'm getting buzzed by people. Hold on, I gotta respond. This is funny. That was a compliment. Oh, yeah. Anyways, moving forward.
We are, yeah.
Life, you
Decontamination
know.
for this
All
area
right,
is
guys.
basically done.
I stream like 10 hours a day when I have the day off, so I got to respond to text messages on occasion with real life people.
The chemical concentration around here isn't high enough to hurt you. You could run a marathon here and be okay.
But it's still off limits, right?
Yes, legally. That keeps the media out, at least. I'm glad. It's quieter than it usually is.
All right, there's a poll. This is my favorite column. I can't. Fence. There's a fence around the merry-go-round. Pole. A metal pole.
I know what you're thinking, Mr. Date.
Wait, what am I thinking?
You wanted to see me dance on that pole.
There's a horse in the way. It's not like merry-go-rounds have just free poles for strippers to dance on. By the way, new idea. A strip club with a merry-go-round in the middle and no horses and just poles.
What the hell are you talking about?
I think we're just...
Hey, Iris, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here, but you're wasting your time.
It's not really.
What do you mean?
The cops already scoured the place. They didn't find any leads, not a single clue. If they had, they would have notified Iba.
Iba?
My partner.
Your partner? I don't see anybody.
She's right in front of your eyes.
Dude, this guy's an open book, man. He's supposed to... It's like top secret technology mixed with like top secret underground, like police crime solving squad. And he's just like, I'll tell this model everything. Or the idol, not model.
Huh?
All right, yeah, I get it. It's very sensitive. This is why I have to use a mouse. Can I mean, what the heck? Oh, wait, where did we find her then? She just needs to be a mouse, man. I just gotta find the stuff. Sorry. Panda red. What? Type you can put a coin in.
Black and white bear? I'm not gonna be punished, am I?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Just thinking about a game I like.
Silk Road? Who knows? Skewered horse.
Mr. Date, that horse.
That was stored in the warehouse nearby. Some kids must have broken in and put it up as a joke.
It looks pathetic. I don't know if I'd use the word pathetic. I would maybe use the word, disturbing. Mortifying, but not pathetic. Alright, policeman. Local cop. So, are we done here, Iris? This is a grayed out column. Roof. There's a hole in the roof. Where's the sky? The autumn sky is clear and blue. I feel like you got that forecast wrong. Maybe Ayaba should update her software, because that's definitely not clear and blue. Bench. Oh, wait. What? Bench. It's a bench. I wonder how many couples sat there. Makes me kind of angry for some reason.
Burn all those damn benches if I could.
Wait,
Where is this anger coming from?
did you get your heart broken on a bench? What about this bench? Oh wait, there's more dudes. My man. Ah, how's the investigation coming? There we go.
It's not looking too great. We searched all over here, but we didn't find nothing.
Just tied up here. Wait a second.
Can you show me the earliest recorded images of the scene of the crime?
What is your intention?
Shoko's cause of death was blood loss from multiple stab wounds with the ice pick. Naturally, there should be plenty of blood.
What about the fact that they said her eye was taken out when she was alive, but then the ice pick was found in her eye? So
Agreed.
But there isn't a single drop on the horse. And it was like this when we found it.
Correct. There are no signs of blood being wiped or washed off either.
That must mean...
Mean what? We're gonna talk to Iris? Oh yeah.
Oh, come on! Just a little longer.
No. I'm already in enough trouble bringing a civilian in here.
Okay, I guess.
Hey, you alright? Are you okay?
Yeah, my idol anorexic.
Morning sickness.
Wait, she's pregnant?
I'm kidding. It's not like I would know.
Maybe she really is
You know,
dying.
I'll give you a ride home.
Yeah.
Oh, of
sure.
course.
Just wondering, but how much do you weigh?
Like 12
Don't
pounds.
you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
105 pounds.
I see.
That's
105,
nothing.
huh?
You can tell just by lifting me?
Yeah.
Fatty. Call her a fatty.
Your
Ruin her
back
life.
is so warm, Mr. Date.
Dude, shut up. Dude, I want to bang my boss. I don't want to bang this little idol. Well, I mean, the only reason I want to bang her is just to make that stupid dumbass kid who's been like catfishing her hate his life. So this is what this means. Since the AI is actually an AI, like EYE, she's in my eye. The reason I could see Iris while driving straight is one eye is just completely like a donkey kicked me in the head. That's what's going on here. Just so you guys, if you want to see it third person.
Oh, horrible.
Shame.
No, you should worry about me more.
No.
Looks like you're feeling better now.
Maybe I'm just acting.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What if I threw up right here?
Did someone say bulimia?
I would put it right back where it came from.
All right, that's just weird, man. That is some weird. Sorry. Like just, I'm just imagining some chick puking. It's like, no, not on my floor, not on my upholstery, and just starts jamming it back in her mouth.
Ew, that makes me actually want to throw up.
She opens the passenger window.
Wait,
Cool there.
seriously?
So when we came to the joint, We're on this narrow, like 2-lane road bridge forever, and now we're just on this big white one.
No. But I am kind of warm.
The current temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 60%. It is unlikely that heat would be a factor.
Hey, Date. They say when you stick your hand out of a car going 100, you get a rush like you're holding D-cups.
Man, these weird guys who rate this stuff, it's just...
Hey, watch it. You'll get your arm ripped off.
What?
Relax, I'm invincible. My arm regenerates like an alien's.
Didn't you tell me that you're gonna die soon?
Uh-oh.
It feels strange.
Your hand?
No, not that. It feels like I've met you before.
I don't want her to be the romantic interest.
Well, that's nice. But if you don't get your damn hand back in this car right now...
You guys like 30-something years old. She's 18.
Okay. The wind feels nice.
Like every anime you watch, like the ladies are just like hollow. They're like, oh, I love fireworks and New Year's Day. I love the graphics. Dude, look at this. Is like a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
You should come in.
No, that's all right. I'm gonna head home.
Boo! Going home already?
I said my goodbye and then I turned to leave, but out of the corner of my eye. Is that your mom? That's the girl who got murdered?
Oh, who is this, Iris?
I felt my body freeze. Because that woman, she's the one from my freaking dreams. She's gonna die soon. No, it can't be. It can't be. It felt like my mind and body were being torn in opposite directions. As I stood there stunned, Iris grabbed my hand.
Come on, I'll make some tea.
Oh shit, this is the same apartment. Okay, this game just got good. This game just got good.
You're...
Nice to meet you. I'm Iris's mother, Hitomi.
Miss Hitomi.
Hit on me. Miss Hit on me.
And you are?
What's up, girl? You're the only 10 I see.
Kaname Date from the MPD.
Police? Are you a detective?
No, Mom. Mr. Date said he's...
You can see the resemblance. Is she adopted?
Iris?
Even by anime standards.
Oh, right.
There's like no genes were passed down from this woman to this young lady.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
She put everything down on the table and sat on the sofa. Sorry, I'm so voiced over and comfy. So we talked to Miss Hit on Me. How old are you?
I'm 37.
And Miss Iris here is 18?
That means you had her when you were like 19? Wait, does that work out? 9 plus 8 is 17, yeah.
Yep.
You were very young when you had her.
Yes, just 19 years old.
What about your
Okay.
husband?
My math checked out, ladies and gents. No.
I don't have one.
Divorce?
Mr.
Nope.
Date, please.
It's
My
all
mom's
right,
a
Iris.
hoe, alright? It's fine. Not really a hoe.
I've never been married.
A single mother.
Nice.
Yes.
This is basically a porn plot at this point. Where do you work?
I'm a teacher at the local elementary school.
The teacher. Must be a tough job.
Oh, not for me. I love children. Even the struggles and challenges are quite rewarding for me.
By the way, I heard that you were friends with the president of Lemniscate, Mr. Okiura.
Is Okiura, did he put a baby in her?
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High.
Woo, dude, it's getting there. I bet you anything. So not only is he the father of the girl that we found with the ice pick, who is the daughter of the woman who died, but now I think he might be old pink hair girly cat ears, you know, father as well.
We've known each other for 20 years now.
Eitoku High.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that checks out. Checks out.
You know it?
I know everything on the internet.
You know what, Aiba? Don't be like that.
Yes, I do. But I only met her twice. Once at Renju's wedding, and then again just a few months ago.
I didn't know she's so... So we find her on the train, and I don't know. She seems like
Why
kind
do
of
you
uppity.
ask?
No reason.
Hmm. You look like your ankles are a little swollen. You might be pregnant again. I saw her in my dream last night. Tell her though. Tell her you saw her in your dream. I want to see how that goes. You look chipper.
You think so?
Yeah,
I was just thinking about a hunch I had this morning.
a hunch.
There are flowers blooming behind me, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are, yeah? What about them?
You were saying?
Mr. Date, please drink your tea. It's getting cold.
Oh, right.
We haven't even touched our cups.
Well then, let's have a sip.
Is someone gonna Irish up my tea? I'm trying to be a detective here.
Are you left-handed?
Oh,
Mom used to be right-handed,
What?
but now...
Since the stroke.
it locked up on me.
Ah, I see.
What the heck is going on? About the flowers. Iris was hinting about the flowers blooming behind her. Okay. How long have you been living here?
Since I was born. And Mom was living here before that.
Okay.
I grew up in this house. I've made a lot of memories here.
Hmm.
I've thought about moving before, but I just couldn't bring myself to leave this place.
Why were you considering moving?
Well, because there was... well,
Huh?
do you know me?
Only from my dreams, baby.
Sorry for the strange question. It just feels like we've met before.
No. This is the first time we've met.
Of course.
Dude, I got that suave voice. Okay. The Tommy? Workbooks, some elementary school workbooks. Okay. Sumo. What? Oh, did she get pregnant by a sumo wrestler? Steam is resin from the tea.
The flowers.
What?
It's an iris.
Wait a second, that's from my dream.
An iris. I thought those bloom in May.
That's the winter iris. Iris ungicularis. They bloom in the cold.
Hmm.
They bloomed just this morning.
I see.
Technically, they're not outside, so how would they know they were
In the
cold?
language of flowers, the iris means good news and hope. When I saw the flowers this morning, I just knew something good would happen.
So is that way in our eyes, the iris is good news and hope? Or is it bloom like a flower? The iris is the colored part of your eye, right? I mean, this is where I gotta mouse it up, honestly. I could steer with this one. But let's face it. Sofa? Addison and Mother Hitomi are sitting on the sofa. It's pertinent information. It's called detectiving. You can see trees and sky outside. A cushion. I've seen that cushion somewhere before. Not just the cushion. I saw this entire room in my
Is there
dream.
a problem, Date?
No, that's nothing.
She saw it too. She was in my dream. I'm delicately trying to steer this controller. AI site. What about this picture? What is the drawing on the wall? I wonder if Iris drew this when she was younger. Probably. Kitchen counter. Can't see them from here, but probably a sink and a stove on the other side would be my greatest detective deductionist guess. Microwave.
Let me know if you're cold. I'll pop you in there and warm you up.
I would suggest putting your heart in there first.
Jesus. Wait, I have a pacemaker or something? A lot of dishes.
Date, a riddle. How
Yes.
do you put a giraffe in a refrigerator?
G-I-R-A